Alright, what's going on YouTube? Earl here, and we're talking about Dune. It's the new movie directed by Denis Villeneuve. Also, the screenplay's done by him. It's the story of a son with a higher-up family who's trusted with the most valuable source in the galaxy. And that's about it. Start things off right. This thing is shot beautifully. From the cinematography to just the visuals that we get to see in this thing, alright? 90% of the dang shots in this film is a movie poster. You can just take any frame and you can throw it up on your wall. It'll look alright. You know, well, I don't know what else is on your wall at your house though either, but it'd probably fit in if you're watching this, you know. Your bread and butter of this film right here is the story, alright? It's rich with lore and characters that you can really dive into the way they set it up with these little visions that show the little threads of, you know, future and past, and also with all the different groups and houses in this film. The music is something else in this thing too now. The way it just immerses you into this world with intensity. And sometimes they even cut it out where it brings up the intensity even more in moments like where they're fighting and stuff. All the performances are great in this thing too, alright? With a star-studded cast, that's what we better get, and we do. Alright, we got Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, one of them Skarsgård boys, Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin. I mean, this thing is jacked up to the brim now, alright? And there is not a single bad performance in this. Everybody's good. Everybody's great. All the characters show their true intentions through their actions and personality. There's not a bad performance in this. From General Gurney to, you know, being overprotective for the Duke. The Duke just caring about everybody else and not himself. And it just shows so good in the film. Even for roles like Dave Bautista, who is just looking at the Baron like he wants like approval from his uncle. You'll see it in the film. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling it for y'all. And a big cinematic movie like this, we better get some great scenes too. And boy, do we. We get some emotional scenes in this thing that punch so dang hard, man. They just hit you right into the advancement of the story. Man, some of these scenes, man, they're probably going to be iconic with this movie throughout the years, you know. Some of this, man, is just, it's beautifully shot from Denis Villeneuve, and man, does it hit good. It's just, you got to see it, folks. If you ain't seen it yet, you got to see it. Another good thing we got here now is the Skarsgård boy, alright? It's Stellan Skarsgård. He plays the Baron, who's our villain here in this one. He is such a dang good villain, man. He shows his true intentions through his character and personality, you know, on the screen. And it's just so dang good, man, how slimy this guy is, man. The way he does things, he goes, got a heck of a costume. I don't want to spoil it for y'all, so I guess that's about all I can really say. Just hell of a villain we got. Hell of a, you know, just everything, really. I about got it right there, alright? This thing, it's got everything you want in a huge cinematic movie like this, and it just really lets you dive into it, and it's just shot so beautifully. It's just, everything's so good about it, you know what I mean? Alright, let's rip this band-aid off now, and let's talk about the bad, alright? Which, honestly, I'm just nitpicking with it. There ain't much too bad I gotta say about this film. I think I would like more of like an outside glimpse of the planets. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler to say. But they didn't have like when they're going to a new planet, they didn't have like a shot of the outside planet with the one I wanted. If you've seen the film, you'll know what I mean by that. If you haven't, when you watch it, you might feel what I mean there, but I mean, that's nitpicking. Maybe where this thing ends, how it's like a part one of a part two, if you haven't noticed that yet, but because they didn't market it that way. But I'm alright with some exploitation films, so there ain't no difference in that. They're just trying to get more asses in the seats so they can make more money. Therefore, we can get a better chance for a sequel for this thing, and we're going to get a sequel. There's no way. No way, right? There's one bad line of dialogue in this thing, alright? I've seen this movie twice. One at the house, one in the theaters, because after I watched it at the house, I said, that ain't good enough for me, man. I got to go to the theaters. I got to see this on a big screen. I got to hear that Dolby Vision surround sound, alright? This thing's got the music for it. I want to hear it. But every time I hear this line, man, it just feels so dang out of place. And it's a scene with Timothée Chalamet where he's looking at Rebecca Ferguson, and it's near the end. He looks back at her and says it after they put on their suits. So when you see the movie, you'll know what I mean. But I don't even know if I tell you the line, if it'll be. I mean, it's 3 words. Will it be a spoiler? I don't know, but I don't want to ruin it for nobody. You know what I mean? I'm really just nitpicking here at the bad. I mean, I ain't got a whole lot bad to say about this. Most folks say the ending kind of is on the bad side, but I don't agree with that, man. I think it concluded very well for part 1. We're going to get the part 2, hopefully. Some folks will say the ending's on the bad side. I don't agree with that. I think it concluded very well. Honestly, I'm just nitpicking with this bad thing, alright? This, just little nitpicks. And I mean, it don't really hurt the movie that much. I mean, the one bad line of dialogue is with 2 seconds. And what else? The planet thing, I mean, that would be a 2-second clip they could have added. Does it really hurt the film? Not at all. Overall now, this film has got a huge cinematic universe and lore and characters that you can dive into and immerse yourself with. This thing's just, it's so rich of a movie. It's just something you got to see in theaters, alright? This is a love it. Like and subscribe. If you got any hate or questions or comments, go ahead and put them down below. Or you can email me at earlbillray. I'm earlbillray. Thanks for watching. Take care and have a good one.